What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. This video, we're going to be doing a GAC round. So let's get into it. We're going to try to show some battles off today. We fought a Pac-Man. I was going to show my last round off, but I ended up not finishing the whole round and I lost. So I'm like, I don't want to post that to YouTube. So that's why I'm doing this. I would like to do this in almost every round if I can. But anyways, this guy, I can't clear the Leia because I totally misplayed that battle. We'll get into that. But he set 3 GLs in the front wall. He has some one-shots and 2-shots in these back walls. But this is the score. Excuse me. This is the score with 3 hours and 35 left to go. So if he ends up, beating this wall and full clearing me, then I'll do in the description in the chat box. I'll let you guys know down below. But as of right now, I am winning, so I gotta do this video real quick. But anyways, let's get into it. So we are fighting this guy named Pac-Man. We're gonna go over some counters, some of the more important counters, that is. First and foremost, this is my first battle. Let's go in order of when I hit them, because that makes sense, right? Alright, so this is the first one. It is Kylo versus Lord Vader. There is Reva in here, and Reva sucks. I can't use my bounty hunters because she revives. If I had the scoundrel no revive Datacron on this new set, I might have given this a shot. But yeah, there just wasn't. I guess I could have still tried this out because I had enough to try a 2-shot or like try the bounty hunters. If it didn't work, I would have gone for this afterwards. But I'm like, let's just go for the 1-shot. Try to just 1-shot all of his stuff. But it kind of worked, kind of didn't. So, gonna give the 2 Beskars off. I gave the weapon tech to armor in hopes that I could cycle back with the turn meter to maybe getting 3. And I probably could have, but I decided to play it safe. And so, I played it safe because right here, Maul can really hit whoever he wants. But we got lucky he went for Kylo. So, yeah. This counter is pretty simple, guys. I don't really know what else to go into outside of you poke, you swipe, and you poke and you swipe, you get into ult, you ult, and you swipe some more, you come out of ult, swipe one more time, and then poke, 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 and then they're dead. So that's basically all we're doing here. This might have been a little bit more sketchy if the Maul was higher relics, but I still win this regardless. I've won it in the past, whether it's a Relic 8 or Relic 5 Maul. But yeah, we'll just skim through this one. There's not really much to go into. So yeah, it's the same battle. You guys have done that one hundreds of times, so it's like not really worth showing. This one is against Qui-Gon Omicron. One of my favorite counters actually to this team in 3v3 is this Nute team with Jango and B1. It's really fun, actually. Basically, you just give out extortion to Anakin, and then yeah, you just try to do some debuffs so that way Jango can double tap when he gets his turn. Heal up Nute when you can. And then Mace is here, so you gotta dispel that. And then here you want to go for Anakin. I like to go for Anakin on that special just to get that healing immunity. And if it happens to hit Qui-Gon, boom, perfect. 2 birds with 1 stone. If it hit Mace, that's all right. Just gotta cycle back to your turns, and you'll be all right. This turn I'm gonna just go for Qui-Gon because I had a healing immunity. So if Anakin got his turn from the Qui-Gon death, he wouldn't have 100% health and protection, and then also the burning just as he got his turn and just killed him off. So that was perfect. Easy 57. The next battle is going to be the one where I misplayed and I about cost me this whole round. And like I said, I still might have lost this round. I haven't like sat through and waited for the last 4 hours, but I assume I'm winning because he hasn't attacked me yet. And that's why I'm making this video. Plus I have stuff I got to do today, and this was one thing I wanted to get done before like 3 p.m. So there we go. This is the Reva counter to Leia with Starkiller and SWGoH. It is expensive, but I prefer this over Kylo because I can use Kylo in tough pickles like the Reva team against Lord Vader. I basically had to use my Kylo against that. So there was my misplay right there, guys. So my misplay was right there. We shouldn't have used... Whoa, what's going on? Hang on. We are having malfunctions. There we go. Okay, so my misplay back here. Right here. Don't use the repulse. Don't use that dispel until R2 is in damage immunity. I did not do that, and that's what cost me this round. Or cost me this battle, I guess. Yeah, because if you don't have that dispel for when R2 uses burning and then gains damage immunity, and you don't have a dispel, you are behind that death mark for like the whole battle, basically. Yeah. I don't know what else to say about this one outside of just save your special. And if you save your special, you'll win. It's as simple as that. So, yeah, we just can't get to R2. I was hoping that I could do a nice cheeky hit to R2 and about kill R2. But, yeah, it just didn't work. Yeah. R2 and Leia, they are still alive and kicking. I can't kill them. So, anyways, that was my misplay. I wanted to show that. Next up is this fun counter. I love this counter, by the way, right now in threes. Is Aphra, Kron, the droids against Jabba. And Jabba, I think, has Boosh Kron. This one was a little sketchy off the bat because of the 7 thermals that my Aphra got off the, first 2 turns. Literally almost killed her. So that was a little bit scary. But since she survived, I can now get the train starting. If you can survive that and you can get the train starting, then you're just fine. But if you somehow get targeted up your butt cheeks, then yeah, you're totally gonna die. Here we have the Aphra Kron, and we have that level 6 that resets cooldown. So after you use your specials, make sure that you use your basics, so that way you feel Aphra's turns even that much more. But after that, guys, it's super easy. I got a full banner win here, and it made me feel good. So that was a nice feel-good counter after the Leia loss. So next up, we're going to go and counter. I think this is the weird one. This is Malgus SK Crew, and I decided to use the same old one, Bastila and Cal with Hoda. So yeah, it was a little bit sketchy at some points, but it's the same idea of a counter. This one, since there is Starkiller, you definitely don't want to hit Malgus because Malgus will counterattack and then call Starkiller to assist. So you want to just hit Kylo for a little bit and get that crossguard going when you can. Scary, though, is that riposte. It goes under protection. And so a couple hits here, I was kind of getting worried because he was going underneath my Cal's protection, and he was like, I thought he was going to die for a second, but we were okay. So that counter, he hits me twice with his basics, so he calls Starkiller to assist twice. So that's a little bit dicey. Do some basics. We're going to cycle back to Bastila because Hoda has basically full turn meter. Okay, do that. Call back Cal. Get speed up because he needs to take his freaking turn. And okay, Starkiller is literally 5 ticks off of his ultimate. We got so lucky. That dodge right here, guys. Back it up. Back it up. That dodge right there. I don't know if we had foresight. Oh, no, we had foresight. Without that foresight, without that foresight, he would have gone into ultimate. Starkiller would have, and we might have lost there. So that was a clutch foresight. We go for the Starkiller. Now after that, we just tickle them down with these armor shreds, and that's all that there is to it. So yeah, that was a little bit scary. We could have lost that one, but I timed it all right, and that foresight was clutch, so I got the kill, and everything was happy and good and safe. And those are safe counters. I like those. So that was basically all that was in the bottom zone. Outside of the Leia. Leia is the only one still alive, and I can't kill her. I don't have any counters to her anymore. So I'm like, well, let's just go to the top zone. Maybe let's get some easy wins, go into ships, see what happens. And that's what we kind of did. We used Gideon and Padme here. And yeah, we just one-shot the Malgus. This one's a pretty standard counter. There's nothing crazy or really interesting about this one either. Sometimes Seer can do like a big hit on like one of your characters, but it wasn't even close to one-shotting. So right here, like there was no damage, and I feel like usually there is more damage. But anyways, we're all good there. Next counter, let's go let's go show this one. I was like, well, in the hopes of me maybe like clearing the Rey, let's use cheaper counters. And so this one, I thought I'd use this one. I slapped on the Datacron that gives me more potency to the light side, and that helped me a ton here, guys. I was able to land a lot of more debuffs on the 3PO and Chewie. I landed some debuffs without having call to action on CLS. And this counter, yes, it was a little scary, which it almost always is when I use it, but I got the win here, and I think I lost BB-8. Outside of that, it was fairly safe. After you kill 3PO and Chewie, it's not too bad. Just got to make sure that you do some big hits, and you got to hope for that exposed to land. Okay, so there goes BB-8. CLS is being annoying. I kill the Wookiee. Now it's just CLS. And we get him in a stun lock with R2. I kind of prioritize R2 more than 3PO, or more than BB-8, because the stun is way more valuable right now in this situation. So, but yeah, we kill them. Super bad banners, but it is what it is, I guess. Next up, we have this one. This is the Beskar Moff Gideon. So, did not know really what to use against this one, and I just wanted to play it safe. So I went for the Sith Eternal Emperor. And in hindsight, I probably could have attempted to use Eternal Emperor against Leia. And then because I don't think that Emperor could one-shot that in a cleanup, but it for sure could have killed R2. And I could have maybe at that point, if it was just a lone Leia, I could have attempted using gas, which can work. And so now looking back at this footage, I wish that I almost used a different counter here, guys, because this would have maybe given me more opportunity to kill that Leia. But yeah, well, it still won though. It was a poor banner win, but I got into ultimate and we kill him off. Yeah. So yeah, looking back at it now that I'm watching this back, I do wish that I did that differently. But anyways, and then I used my gas here. And this lost. So this team is annoying. Surprisingly annoying. I'm using this, I think, for a little bit in my own defenses because I don't really have a major use for my Starkiller with Emperor. And Malik, he's not really used in a strong Malgus team at the moment. So I kind of like this. I just was in an infinite loop of turn meter against myself. I did kill Malik, but I did not kill the other two. And so we got down to it. Yeah, the turn meter is ridiculous. So I wake up. I hit Malik a couple more times. He sucks me. I hit him once more. One more hit. Sucks me a third time. I go down. Rex dies. I stand back up. One shot Malik. Hope for the kill of EP. Didn't get it. It was so close though. And I lost. So, too bad. So sad. Moving on. We're like, okay, let's still use some safe counters. So I went for my bounty hunters. I used Grief here because I didn't really have to use Grief against any other team. I used my Lord Vader counter already with Kylo, so I could use Grief here. This one's pretty simple as well. Just hit the contract, get contract, and one-shot fools. I don't really want to show this one because it's pretty simple. I feel like this one's impossible to lose. You can still win this actually if you don't want to use Grief. I wanted to use Grief because it was super safe, so that's why I use Grief here. Some people, which I actually am one of these people, I like to use, if I use Grief already, I use Bosk, Mando, and I use Beskar, or not Beskar, Mando. I use Boba Fett, Sign of Jango as a third. He gets the contract off pretty quick, and it's not too bad. But yeah, that's that one. And then this guy, this is our cleanup. Oh man, I don't want to even watch this. Cleanup against this EP was just not working for us, guys. So I tried Grievous. I was just really trying to save and use cheap, cheesy teams. Nothing worked though. And so I just went in for... I hate this. I hate watching this. Yeah, that whole footage was just loss after loss. So let's skip that. So I'm like, you know what? Let's just use our Night Sisters. Maybe the Night Sisters on our 5th cleanup attempt would work. And heck, it did. So yeah, I got Plagues off. Marin came in clutch. And we killed MJ, and we got it. So there's that one. Next up was our attempt to kill the Leia with our Ray. I don't know if I misplayed this one or not, but it felt like I kind of did. I don't know. Maybe I did, maybe I didn't. But like I just don't understand how this GL is so deadly. It's just ridiculous. She's so powerful, guys. She's so strong. That Drogon R2 combo. The fact that R2 assists so much is so annoying. The damage is ridiculous. It's interesting though that this guy, he has like so many Relic 5s, but he has Leia, and that whole team is like built. Like he has Relic 5 Malgus, Relic 5 Maul, but he has this guy just built. So I tried to go for the Whirlwind, didn't kill R2, and I was hoping to get it off, but the stealth keeps coming back. And right here, I should not have gone into ultimate. I should have done a Lifeblood and then just keep on cycling back, because if I did that, I probably could have gotten off another Whirlwind. So there are misplays in the Reva counter. There are misplays in this counter. I'm just making misplays left and right and center today, guys. So I apologize for that. I am rusty right now in GAC. Like, anyways, yeah. So I lost this cleanup. I could not get in the back wall, and so that blows fat chunks. After that, we moved over to attempts with non-GLs to clear the Leia, and here are the results. First order. Not really doing anything. Sorry. And then I'm like, okay, let's try Luke. Not really doing anything either. So we just stopped that. We basically just take a step back, and we're like, we're not gonna win that. We're gonna just leave that Leia the whole entire round. Let's go to Fleet. So that's what I did. And even in Fleet, I'm having some issues. I'm watching this one back because I lost this one. So I don't even know what I did wrong. Let's analyze this. Let's put our thinking caps on as to why I lost this. Everything that I'm doing up until this point is right in the counter. You get a stun on the Marauder, and then you do the stripping of buffs, and then here's your big one shot. Got the one shot. I even got the one shot on the Sith Assassin. I removed some turn meter. I go for the basic, and then what happens here? Okay, they call him the Interceptor. For whatever reason, though, I just lost. I don't know why. So they get that one in. Okay, well, that's normal. Okay, I call in this. But I don't know how that usually doesn't happen. I know there was a special. I know there was on the capital ship that they use a certain special, and it kills my next reinforcement. But I never have had that happen. I'm going to watch that back as to like it coming in so fast and I lose that person. So off the bat, I'm going to just quickly watch this. So that's their first special with the capital ship. The next special should be coming in pretty soon. So that's the second one. Ah, okay. So I wonder if this is just the modding of this team that I'm fighting. They just have way faster speeds. I don't really know. Maybe I missed a dodge there. I didn't get my Chimera an extra turn when it needed to, but I lost that guy right there, my defender, and that's like the bread and butter here to why it works so well. I almost won, but I went for the I just went for the ultimate, cleaning up Vader. I killed the Marauder and I killed Malgus' ship, but I could not get through anybody else. And so I was frustrated for sure at this point, because this counter usually always works for me. So what I did was I'm like, okay, well, let's maybe save my other counters to come back to that. Let's use a cheaper counter against their Executor, because they set an Executor. And this one didn't even work, so this one, I'll show you where or freaking. It's not a good round, guys. Not a good round. I got a dodge with my silencer's big special. It just is awful. Watch this right here. So I'm going to call over here, giving some turn meter to my team. I do the big hit. He has no evasion up and he dodges. He has no evasion and he dodges, dude. Heck, man. Just not my day today. So I'm like, well, let's see what I can do. I don't kill him. I got a kill on XB later on, but I just felt gross about this. So I just wanted to just back out completely and just restart. Use my Leviathan. I was going to use that as my cleanup to the other team, but just use that here. Clean up this awful mess I've been making in Fleet. So yeah, that's what I did. I just basically autoed this one. It always works. So I thought just keeping it simple. There's really not much about this counter. I just want to get out of that so fast. Last couple of videos, battles, I guess, are against Malevolence using the Negotiator counter. This one's pretty simple. I found it better if you're using this counter with Marauder to bring in the Y-Wing first and then bring in Plo Koon after to get the maximum banners right before the game, or right before the battle ends. And so we do that. Yep, we're just saving our cleanse with Ahsoka. Hit the Hyena Bomber. Bring in the Y-Wing first. I was thinking about it because I'm like, I don't know, maybe I should do this. Yeah, I did that. Bring in the Y-Wing. Basics. Cycle back. Trying to cycle back to Plo Koon, but I'm getting just hammered by these Vulture droids. Spy comes in, doesn't target my Anakin, which is kind of clutch. He hits Marauder, he counters attacks, and that was a big 100k. Non-crit hit, by the way. That ship, the Marauder, is so fun, guys. I love this team. It's so powerful on offense. It really is. So I kill that guy. I use the AoE on Marauder, kills the Spy, and that's a 74 banner win. Now we're going to go back to our cleanup. We're going to just go ahead and use Radis. Radis cleanup is what we're going to choose to use. They do use the isolate onto my, I think that is Rose's chip, and then after that we just use our specials with our foresights to reduce our cooldown for the ultimate. And yeah, we're gonna use the first special to target back onto my Millennium Falcon, just so I get a big massive hit before that Sith Trooper goes. Kill that guy, about kill Maul's ship. Use that special. Anyways, yeah. This one's not too bad. Call in my X-Wing for the reinforcement. I get ultimate off here in a second. It's just their interceptor when he's the last one is so annoying. Anyways, that was the last battle, guys. Okay, so moving back into the round. 11-24 to 10-25. Lost the Leia here. It's the last one. I misplayed twice on the first attack and then also on the cleanup with Rey. Leaving in the top zone, there is a untouched Jabba. There is my Malicos with crew. And there's Malgus. Looks like he attempted and backed out or something. And then there's that Dash team. Basically, what he has to do if he wants to beat me this round, he could probably... He actually does not need to clear this zone. He just has to... He has to win like 3 battles or something like that. I bet he could probably do that too and beat me, but I'm not quite sure what he's up to. He just stopped attacking. This is my other front zone. I set my Grand Inquisitor because I'm using Rev on offense. Lord Vader still is getting holds. Every round he's been getting holds from me, which is awesome. I tried this Drogon and Kyle team out. It didn't do much. And then, yeah, JMK got one shot too. I wonder what he used there. Back wall, he one-shot that too. He had some issues, though, with a couple of the teams. Let's see if it wants to load for me. I believe he struggled, yeah, against my old Ben, Cal, and Ahsoka. And then he struggled against my Zori. So he one-shot the JML, though, which is interesting. Anyways, guys, that's about it. Like I said, if he ends up, like, beating me or something, I'll let you guys know down below in the comments. But as of right now, that's about it for that round. Yeah, just take your time with GAC. If you're using some counters to Leia, make sure you know how to use them properly and don't be like me and misplay. But it was a good round. I feel like this was an okay round. I came in clutch with a couple different counters, but it's the Leia. The Leia always comes and gets me. I hate it. That's it, guys. Thanks for watching. And until next time, I will see you all later. Peace out and have a good one. Bye, guys.